there. Today we're going to talk about my two big sales lately, one for $110 and one for $180. We're going to talk about the shirt that I sold for not enough money, and we're going to talk about my profit piles right there. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. I'm Cindy Krause with Krause House Thrift and Thrift. If you don't know, if you're new to my channel, thank you for checking it out. I know that you're probably like me where you research a lot of channels. I type in reseller on YouTube, and then whatever eBay brings up on the screen, I just start clicking on them, and I just go through them and see if there's one I want to subscribe to, because even though I'm subscribed to a lot of resellers right now, I like to see new people and see, if I can learn from them and get some tips and advice, because I'm always learning. If you're a reseller, this is just an ever-changing business. You can never learn too much, and you can always looking for ways to grow your business and just to be a better reseller in general. But today I wanted to talk about two of my recent $200 sales. Well, one was for $180, so it's almost $200, and I'm going to cover a couple more things. The sales, I'll pop up on the screen. I don't have the items right now to show you, but one of them was this exercise bike. If you guys remember back several weeks ago, I posted a video where John and I found an exercise bike. It's a Schwinn, a gold, very nice stationary exercise bike. We paid $15 at St. Vincent de Paul in Twin Falls, and it took a couple months, but we listed on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. I do not like Craigslist anymore. I used to list on there all the time, but it's filled with scammers, or just people that are just looking to do things that are not right. They're not looking for your item. They're not interested in your item. They're interested in their furthering themselves. Like, they'll ask for a code. I always say, nope, not going to give you a code. Or they'll want you to send them information to their email address. This is a big one now. Big scam, you guys. Don't do it. If somebody asks you to email them at an email address, don't do it. They could get your personal information that way. You email them, they get your email address, and then they could start using that for buying things online and getting your personal, maybe your other personal information as well. I looked this up, so I know. And so don't ever give somebody that you don't know your email address. And the other thing is, don't give them a code either. So I just don't like Craigslist. I mean, we did have one person email us with some interest, but the lady I sold it to was from Facebook Marketplace. Super nice lady. She wanted the bike for her son, so she came over, paid me $180 in cash. So it was awesome. And then my other sale was when I bought some ink cartridges the other day. I put that on a video as well. And it was 4 ink cartridges for Xerox. It was like black, cyan, yellow, magenta. And I sold them as a pack. I paid $2 each for those. Sold them within minutes for, that one was $110, I believe, plus shipping. I did charge shipping. I think I charged $5. I knew it was going to probably be more than that, but I was trying to get a fast sale, and I did. Ink cartridges are always a good thing to look for when you're out sourcing. I always do well with ink cartridges like that. If it's a laser cartridge for like HP or Xerox or Canon or one of those Epson, those do very well. I don't do well in the generic brands. But I've also had the really big ink cartridges kind of sit for a while. But usually if it's like, well, those are laser toner cartridges. Those are the ones that sit for me sometimes. It's the ink cartridges that I offload usually within a day, and somebody doesn't mind paying up for those. And they usually want you to double box the item, which one time I sold like a pack of, they were like HP toner cartridges. So they were big. They weren't the little ink cartridges that I sold this time. They were the big ones, and they wanted me to double box them. I'm like, oh my goodness. They're already in a box. And then I put them in a box and I put them in a bigger box. But that's what the customer wants. I'm sure it's just because they want it protected and they don't want to get it damaged, which, most of us know that the post office, they throw their packages around. So I don't blame them. But those are 2 great sales. I'll put them up on the screen. Stuff for you guys to look for when you're outsourcing. That bike was stuck in our living room for weeks. I was so tired of it. It's just like, I was so happy when she came and bought it. And she thanked me too. She sent me a thank you note after she purchased it and said her son loved it. So that's very satisfying to know you're selling something that people really like. All right, moving on, you guys. I just got a Harley Davidson shirt from a thrift store John I went to 2 days ago. Paid $1.50 for it. We sourced a lot of clothes. I'm kind of sick of listing clothes, but they're really cheap at our thrift stores around here, and some of them are free, so I'll do it. It's still money. So I found this Harley Davidson shirt. It was like a Sturgis from 1985, and so I knew it was vintage. I did some research on eBay, but I couldn't find one like it, and I was like, oh, they don't sell for that much, like 16 to 20. And I thought it was going to be a lot more. And I should have really done some more research. But I threw it up on eBay for $17. And I get 2 emails immediately. One guy said, do you have any more shirts like this for sale? And I said, I have. He goes, do you have vintage shirts like that? I said, well, take a look at my store and see. He goes, well, do you have any more like this? And I said, no, unfortunately, but if I get some, I'll let you know. And then he bought it right away and paid right away. And then this other guy emailed me, goes, I'll pay $50 for this right now. And I'm like, oh, sorry, but it's too late. And I thought, dang it, Cindy, a 20-year, well, I'm going on 21-year reseller right now. And I mean, as of this year, August, it'll be 21 years. And I still made a mistake. So it just goes to show you, everybody makes mistakes, even seasoned resellers like me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I could have got $50 for that shirt. Well, lesson learned. If I get another Harley Davidson shirt, I am gonna put $50 on it. Well, this is 1985 vintage. I should have known better. I mean, I couldn't find one like it, and all the ones that were for sale were for less. Well, they were newer years. I should have got a clue. What I should have done is either done WorthPoint or Google, and I'm just kicking myself. But it was an instant sale, and I made a guy happy. So he was like, I'm sure he's like, this is a steal. And you know what? The reason why these 2 guys emailed me, well, one guy purchased it, he did email me, and the other guy did email me, is because they have it on their watch list. If you guys ever wonder why you might get an instant sale, it's because people save certain items on eBay, so that way when somebody lists it, eBay sends them an email saying, hey, the item you're searching for is just listed by this seller. So that's why I'm sure these guys probably had me on their saved searches for a Sturgis, an 85 Sturgis Harley Davidson shirt. And it was like a medium too, but it was a very cool shirt with a very cool graphic, so I could see why they wanted it. Dang it. Oh well, lesson learned. It's happened before, it probably happen again, but all I know is I knew Harley Davidson was valuable too. I just knew when I saw that shirt, oh, this is a good one. And then I didn't list it for as much as I wanted to. I think it's because eBay's been a little slow for me. It's been slow for everybody. I mean, I still make sales, but it's slowed down more than it was. And I think it has to do with the economy. People they're being frugal with their money, and I don't blame them. So anyway, I was thinking, oh, this is probably going to sit here for a while. No, Gosh, okay, that's okay. I'm not going to harp on that. I've moved on. But you guys, lesson learned: if you get a Harley Davidson 1985 Sturgis t-shirt, put $50 on that sucker. All right, the thing I wanted to talk about today is this right behind me. And I'm going to kind of take you guys over there. Let's turn you around. All right. This is part of what I got the past couple of days at the 2 thrift stores near me. And this is very cool. I got to get this listed today. AC/DC Back in Black. Concert tees, if you didn't know, some are more valuable than others, of course. This is not vintage because it's got a screen print. If it had one of those tags, it would have been. But that's okay. I don't think this is highly valuable. I've not comped it out, but I will be doing that today. I'm going to put this right here. Other thing I want to mention, I mentioned this before. I did a video on it. Go around your house, get things to sell on eBay. I've had this sitting for a year and haven't used it. Adorable. I need to clean it. It's a little dirty. But look how cute. And maybe I shouldn't. I love cat stuff. Maybe I won't sell it. I don't know. It's tough, but if you have stuff sitting around the house and you're not using it, get that stuff listed. You can always buy something else later if you need something like that. But, you know, getting the money right away, especially if this is your prime source of income or, you know, you're helping out the family household, get those things listed. I'm not going to show you guys all of this, but look at this. That's way cool. Wow, craft. I think John got this. I don't remember this. Craft. Looks very cool. Tactical series. Wow. And then I got Dockers from the other day. So these are all things I've got to list. These are things I've got to list. And honestly, you guys, I was pretty much done with my death pile. Well, profit pile. That's because all this stuff is profit. And it's just sitting here. Money is just sitting here until you list it. So I picked that up from Danny Ackerman, the niche lady. So thank you, Danny. I'd much rather call it a profit pile than a death pile. So this is it, you guys, though. This is mine. I've really whittled it down. And I was actually almost out of stuff until we went thrifting. I listed a bunch of stuff yesterday. So we just got this. This is just like a basket. Oliver, my cat, was sleeping on here yesterday. I'm like, oh my goodness. It's going to get cat hair on my stuff I'm listing. And then this. And that's it. All this stuff is stuff I've listed. It's just a, you know, shelving, extra shelf I had. This is all listed. And that's all listed. So, it's not bad, you guys. I could get this done within 2 to 3 days. And I've been spending a lot of time listing because John is working a job right now where he's working 3 to 11. Ugh. It was tough at first, but it's okay. Okay, so you guys saw my profit piles. They're not bad. I showed them to you a few weeks ago, and yeah, they were a lot worse. So I've been taking the time to go through them. Some of them I had for like a year. Ooh. My parents had given me, and I just was listing all the things I was sourcing. And I admit I was in a sourcing mode, especially living in Portland. They have excellent thrift stores there, especially where we were living. And I'd go all the time, and I'm still going a lot. I'm going at least 2 times a week, but I've been getting my items listed. That's the difference. I'm not, you saw, that's the only 2 profit piles I have, and they're all closed. And like I said, I'll get them listed within 2 to 3 days. And then I'm on to the next. And my total listed in my store, I'm going to look right now, 1,011 items. Whee! Yes! That's the most I've ever had listed, you guys. I'm so proud of that number. I'm going to work towards 2,000. That's my goal. Whatever your goal is, just work towards it every single day. Don't get discouraged. I would recommend you list at least 2 items a day, 2 to 5 if you can. If you're working full time and you're just doing eBay when you can get at least 2 items listed. 5 would be, best or more. But, you know, if you come home from work, you just want to get a couple of things listed. If you could do that at least every day, 6 to 7 days a week, you will see the difference. You know, I list every day, and this is my full-time job. So I'm up here all day listing. I'm doing other things. Now I was watching a video by the channel is called Daily Refinement, and really cool guy, and he gives really some awesome tips. He said you should be able to list, you know, you should list, what does he say, 10 items a day, I believe. And he said you should be able to do that in an hour. Well, yeah, I probably could, but I don't want to. I spend all day and I'm multitasking. I'm listing a couple of things, then I'm looking at my listings to see if I could tweak them. I'm watching YouTube videos of resellers. You know, I admit, you guys, I've been getting into have you ever seen these Mayday disasters? It's been kind of addicting to me. What they are is they're airplane crashes, and they talk about what happened. They do like a reenactment of it, and they show what happened, and then they talked about the investigation afterwards and how they solved it, find out. And it's either pilot error or a mechanical error or weather or all of them. And I don't like when everybody dies, or you know, some people die. I like it when everybody survived and then they've learned from it. It's really freaking fascinating. And so I watched it in between my reselling videos. But, you know, I'm still taking the pictures. I'm still listing. The bulk of my day is getting listings done, and my goal is 10 a day. So that's why I've gotten up to over 1,000. I was down below because I had sold a few things, and my nephew's wife is having a baby, and we're going to their baby shower the end of May. And he said he would love to have some things. You know, I said something like, oh, I gave my friend some baby items from my inventory. He goes, well, if you want to do that with me, I'd love that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I unlisted a lot of my baby items, and I just bought 2 big baby shower gift bags from the thrift store, and I just filled them up for him because, you guys, I'm such a giver. I just love giving, especially to family. It's just so much fun. So I cannot wait to go and kind of blow him away with all the stuff I got. So a lot of it was from my eBay inventory, but I also bought things at a couple thrift stores because they always have like baby booties and hats. And I even bought him a baby book where you write down all the information about the baby, and baby books are always good. That's a great baby shower gift, if you guys didn't know. So that's gonna be super fun to go and to give him that stuff. But I hope you guys are listing at least 2 items a day. You will see your store grow as far as sales, but you'll of course grow, you know, as far as listings. So like I said, I've been doing this almost 21 years. So this is the first time I got into 1,000. I mean, for many years I was at 200 to 300, and I was maybe making a sale every other day or something. But now I'm about 4 sales a day. I know that's, some people are doing 10 sales a day, but and I don't have a niche. Danny, the niche lady, she recommends you do, and that's great. She does. I don't. I like selling. I'm an eclectic seller. I like to sell all different kinds of items. That's fun for me, and you need to do what's fun for you. One of the things there's a few things I don't like selling, but when John and I go out, he likes to buy these filters, and I don't like those. Those are boring. I don't like to sell filters, and sometimes they sit in my store. Or he'll buy these washer and dryer hoses. I've sold them, but they just sit and it's boring. Like Danny will talk about in her video, like she'll see something that she knows is worth a lot of money, but she doesn't sell it. I mean, she doesn't want to sell it. It doesn't excite her, and that's how I feel. Like I finally had to tell my husband, honey, I really don't want to sell that, because he'll say, oh, this is worth $20, $30, $40 or whatever, and I'm like, I know, but I don't want to sell it. So he's finally learned, okay, honey, I get it. So, but you know, there are things he's kind of talked me into selling, and they actually have sold, like ice skates. Every time we sell ice skates, it could take a couple of months, but we always sell them, get 30, $40 for them. So, you know, he's been right about a lot of things. But we make such a good team. We watched this Married at First Sight. Have you guys ever seen that? It's where they marry two strangers, and then it's all the drama. Each episode is about the drama of their lives, and it's really fascinating and enthralling. And John are like, wow, we'd be on that show and we get along so well. I don't know if they'd cast us. But you know what? I don't always like to see the drama. I like to see when the people get along great. And I told John I would never do that. But, you know, it's really fascinating. We're always rooting for the people to stay together. But like last episode, nobody stayed together. Well, they did at first, but they ended up getting divorced later. Anyway, I digress. So get the point of this video is to research. Do not undersell items like the Harley Davidson shirt. Make sure if you can't find comps on eBay, look, if you have a Worth Point subscription, use that. Otherwise, you could Google it, you Google lens, or you could just type it in Google. Just do your research. And then if you can't find anything, then it's kind of an educated guess, which I did. But, you know, I got a sale. So that's okay. The other things, tackle those profit piles. If you source, get everything listed before you go out again. Says me, which I don't do that. I know you're supposed to do that, but I have been tackling those profit piles. So I have almost everything listed now. Well, I got all those clothes. You guys saw that. But I need things to list, so I'm excited to have those. All right, this might be a short video today. I know I've been putting out long videos. I hope you guys watch to the end. I hope this is helpful information for you. I hope everything's going great with you. Things are fine here. The weather's warming up a little bit. All the snow's melted, thank God. And just life is good. My cats are good. My husband's good. Yeah, just very happy and thankful. God has blessed us so much, especially with this eBay business. I want to give him the glory. And I thank him for all these sales and that I get to do something I love each and every day. What a major blessing that is. And I haven't been on the diet, you guys. I just haven't. But I do it, but I partially do it. John's been working these crazy hours with this temp job. It's just 3 to 11, and it's tough. It's like, it's hard for me because I'm used to it. Even if he's just downstairs, he's around and he's my best friend. It's a little lonely for me. But my son Jeremiah is coming over this weekend. His birthday is on March 5th. He's going to be 23. I can't believe it. I have a 26-year-old, 23-year-old. How did the time go by? I don't know how that happens, but it does. So he's going to be hanging out with me for a little bit and keep me company, but it's okay. I work till like 10 o'clock at night. I used to get off at like 8. And then I like go downstairs and watch something on TV and wait for John to come home. So it's all good. All right, guys, love you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm looking for more subscribers. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the support. Give me a thumbs up. Send me a comment. Really appreciate you. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.